Once it's crushed over and over, your heart, it turns to dust. Housekeeping for Beginners comes to us from Universal Pictures and Focus Features. It takes place in Macedonia and the environs. It was written and directed by Goran Stilevski, who did films like You Won't Be Alone and Of an Age. Check out his IMDb page for the full list of his work. Speaking of You Won't Be Alone, Anna Maria Marinka, who plays Dita, she was also in You Won't Be Alone, and she has a girlfriend named Suada, who's played by Alina Serban. I'm going to do my best to pronounce these names as correctly as possible. I apologize if I mispronounce any of these names. And also get ready to read subtitles unless you speak Macedonian. And in that case, I hope you guys enjoy my butchering of these names. And if I get any of this stuff wrong, please educate me in the comments. So yes, Dita and Suada. Basically, we find out how they met, and we find out that there's a diagnosis that is going to basically spell trouble for their relationship and for the lives of one of them. Suada basically knows that, well, Dita can take care of her kids because, let's just say, she is not long for this world. Not that she's fed up with this world. Sorry, had to channel a little Tommy Wiseau there just to get a little bit of humor in, because this movie is pretty sad. It's uplifting, but it is really sad. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, it doesn't take long for things to basically just get, turned on their goddamn head. And yeah, everybody's left to pick up the pieces. Pick up the pieces. And Dita has to basically get with a guy named Tony. And they have to pretend to basically be a couple to stay together for the kids. Some of the kids are accepting of this, some aren't. And a lot of this basically takes place in and around the house that Dita, owns. She has to work really goddamn hard with, some people, some unfortunate, people that are down their luck in Macedonia. And we also see a surrounding area where people aren't doing all that well. And there's some relatives of this particular family. Well, at least of Suada's kids. And I do want to say that one thing about Goran's films, if you liked You Won't Be Alone or you loved it, and you liked or loved Of an Age, you're probably likely going to love this. If you didn't care for either of those films, then I'm not sure how you're going to necessarily feel about this. I will say this is an odd movie. The presentation of it, the fact that it's very in your face, a lot of the characters are in your face. The camera is literally in the face of a lot of these characters. I mean, good God, I'm sure it was a tight production, but good God, sometimes the camera was like really, really close. But that being said, it puts you in an immersive experience where you got to witness, every change of emotion among some of these characters. I do want to shout Ali, Samson Salim, who's really good. Really good. This young man's really, really talented. I really can't wait to see what else he does. But also Mia, Dazada Salim. Gee, I wonder if there's any relation there. They actually have really good chemistry on camera. I do want to say, and Mia is delightful, a brutally honest young kid. She's great. She's fucking magnificent in this. You also have Vanessa, Mia Mustafa, who is pretty much the bitchy one of the particular group, and you find out enough about these characters to give them layers. And also you see Anna Maria as Dita just struggling so mightily to keep the promise to her beloved, but she's not cut out to be a mother, but she knows that she must do as, good as possible and everything. And nobody is perfect in this. Everybody has a certain flaw, or in the case of some characters, quite a few flaws. But everybody comes together when the family is in need, when the team is in need. And I do have to say, this is one of the, I don't know if it's top 10 best, but it is definitely a film that I'm happy that I watched. I was going to go watch this in theaters. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to. I had to watch it on the cock, like Of an Age. No, that's not a euphemism or a shot at Of an Age. Of an Age actually was a terrific fucking movie. So was You Won't Be Alone. And this is quite good. We see the events unfold. We see the characters interact with each other. And they butt heads quite a bit, especially Vanessa. But Ali, I do have to say, Samson, once again, he's fucking great in this. He really is good. But Anna Maria playing Dita, she is so good. She is so good in this. The more I think about it, the more I'm actually very, very happy that I gave this a chance. Because if you're not willing to give this film a chance, if you bail on it after the first 20 or so minutes, you're gonna you may end up regretting it because it actually turns out to be really, really absorbing and really good acting. And sure, it's maybe just a bit below Of an Age. It's maybe just a bit below You Won't Be Alone, in my personal opinion. But Yorn still is a spectacular filmmaker. I can't wait to see what else they end up doing. Great shit. Really, really great shit. There are, of course, some homophobic terms and some racist terms that I will not repeat here. Please do not repeat them in the comments if you have seen this movie. But it does have an LGBTQ theme. Quite a bit of it, obviously. It's not gratuitous, but it is a little bit mean with the words. Words can hurt a whole lot more than physical, actions. And it's great stuff. It really, really is very good. So I do recommend you guys check it out. So it is on Peacock if you want to give it a shot. Who knows? You might end up liking it. I really did like it. Again, it may not be top 10, but it is really good. So that being said, getting into spoilers. 3, 2, 1, spoilers. So Suada dies. Unfortunately. She has pancreatic cancer. She isn't sure about getting treatment. And even if she does, there's no guarantee that it's going to be a positive diagnosis. I did like how Anna Marie and Alina actually, there's an age difference, also a cultural difference, skin tone difference that some people point out. But we find out just enough of how they met and just enough of how Dita actually does like the kids. But the kids are... Mia's receptive to her, but obviously still loves her mother. And actually, it's very heartbreaking once Suada dies. Once her mother dies, you can really see the pain on the kid's face. That kid's a phenomenal actress. Really, really good. Allie, I do have to say, just, again, great character, great balance to this. And sure, some things are awfully convenient with how they work out. I know nothing about Macedonian politics or anything. I don't even really know on a map actually where Macedonia is, in all honesty. But yeah, once Alina passes away, it really is heartbreaking. Just before that, she basically swears and forces Dita to promise, if you do, you have to take care of these kids. Get Tony's name on the birth certificate. That way, it'll be like they have a father, because the father's not in Mia's life. And the kid's life and all this and everything, it's going to work out or whatever, because unfortunately, when she passes away, everybody's heartbroken. There's a great, couple scenes where everybody's just like, trying to do their best to pick up. Allie is comforting Mia because she's so heartbroken she lost her mother. It is, fair warning, if you have lost anybody, especially cancer, this is really going to hit you a lot harder. But yeah, I don't understand I don't understand any of the Macedonian stuff. They refer to gypsies. They refer to something called shukta, which I believe is it's a subdivision, sublet in Macedonia, I guess. It's where the grandma lives, Suada's mother, and I do want to say again, the acting is really, really phenomenal. So Tony and Dita have to get married. There actually is a funny moment when they have the union ceremony, and Allie and I think it's Elena. Really good actress. She's really good. But basically, they have to say, are these, do they understand their deals? Do they understand, all this? Are they related? One says yes, one says no. And Elena's laughing and Allie's laughing. It's just really, really good. And everything. It's really actually very hilarious and everything. The producer wanted to chime in, and then he decided that he just wanted to basically say, I'm just going to stay here and I'm just going to eat and everything. In fact, this is really sad. So let's bring the producer on here. So the producer wants to say something. You said that you sympathized with Vanessa when she decided she wanted to go see her grandmother and wanted to go live with her because there was a boy that she was talking to, and it turns out that this boy may have taken advantage of her, and you said that, well, if she didn't want that to happen, what did you say? She shouldn't have gotten on the phone? You should honestly, sir, understand that there are people that prey on young people, and that's not good. That's not good. By the way, adopt, don't shop. Adopt, don't shop. So, yeah, I have to hold him here for a bit because it is actually really sad. So, there's Tony and Allie are sleeping together despite the fact that, like, there's a serious age difference, at least 20 years. But, yeah, that stuff with Vanessa was pretty heartbreaking, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't Mia. Mia, what happened with the little kid? The little kid losing her mother? That wasn't very good. That wasn't good at all. Okay, there. Yeesh. Right now I got hair all over me like a goddamn cat dad. But yeah, the grandmother basically says once it's crushed over and over, your heart, it turns to dust because there obviously was a fractured relationship there. It was a little bit... It was a little bit rough dealing with that. And yeah, then Vanessa basically just is being angsty, acting out. Acts badly during a dinner where Tony and Dita are trying to be a couple. And Vanessa then decides, okay, I'm just going to say a gay cult kidnapped me. So everybody has to vanish because Dita and Tony have to keep up the lie. They badly play innocent, which works, shockingly. But then Allie's gone. Allie's gone because Tony... It turns out that Allie and Vanessa actually have the same phone case. And because Tony saw the pictures of another young man on his phone, he got pissed at him and beat him. Good job. You ain't exactly, like, GQ quality there, Tony. The character. So maybe you might want to treat people better. Allie ends up vanishing for a bit. They then go to get Vanessa because it turns out she went to go see this guy that turns out actually may have impregnated her, may have done stuff to her against her will. Maybe, maybe not. She doesn't really remember because she was drunk. And at the end of the day, essentially, Dita and Vanessa are talking. She says, I know I can't be your mother, but maybe like a sister, maybe somebody to be around because... a need to, have somebody there for you. It doesn't go away. And also they're singing, during periodic parts of the movie, which actually really click. They really, really click. Yeah, I brought the producer on there just because. So I'm actually going to bring him on again just in close because I want him to give his grade. Because he didn't give his grade before we decided to call it there. So yeah, the movie is actually really, really well done. I didn't get into every single spoiler because it's something you need to experience as far as the characters. So you need to give me your grade. Okay, he says A-. Because he still thinks that Vanessa should have made a better decision, but she was preyed upon. You have to understand this. See, you don't have a phone. You don't have a phone. You see that phone. Okay, so A- for you. A+ for me. Adopt, don't shop, by the way. See? Adopt, don't shop. So yeah, A+ for me. It, again, is just... it's around the grade of Femme, which was really, really good. But that's just going to miss out on the top 10, top 15, possibly. But really good performances. Really good story. So A- for you. A+ for me. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. This is the producer. And we'll see you soon.